Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. I'm your host Dave, and if you're new to the channel, welcome everybody. Today I'm looking at the Battlestar Galactica Titanium Series Cylon Raider, released in 2006. This vessel was first seen in the Battlestar Galactica reboot in 2004. Now, one of the coolest aspects of these Cylon Raiders is that throughout the show, many people thought that they were drones or machines. They even had the tracking scanner, just like the other Cylon drones that go left to right. However, as the show progresses, we find out that these aren't mindless robots, but instead a beautiful marriage between organic and inorganic material, basically a biomechanical mass inside the center of the body, with organs such as a brain. And I thought that was very interesting. Later on in the show, we find out that when one of these machines does pass away or is destroyed, their consciousness is transmitted to basically a hive ship and is reborn with all their memories intact. So when one of these ships would get blown up, it would be reborn and it would remember why it got blown up. Basically, learn from that mistake. Now, later on my show, we will be looking at one of these vessels that did survive for a long time, and it is a paint variant of this particular piece, called Scar, and I can't wait to get to that review. It's a very nice ship. Now, enough of the fun facts, back to this particular miniature. For its size, it's a tad over 3 inches long, which is very nice, and if you're new to my channel, I like to look at the mold, the paint, put it back on a stand, compare it with other pieces, and then conclude the video. So let's get started. Alright, let's get this review started looking at the mold. Like in all my videos, I will go over all the major sections of the vessel, and then we'll get a nice close-up look to see those fine details. So, starting off, we have these beautiful wing sections, these talons. I like this design very much. We have our kinetic energy weapons right here, looking good. I guess we would call this the cockpit, but it's really where all the organic components are and whatnot. Very cool. One thing you might be noticing is it does not have a tracking scanner here. Nothing's painted there either. Kind of weird. Moving back, we have our regular engines on the sides and our faster than light drive in the center. So that's pretty cool. On the bottom, we have our missile bay doors. These could hold anything from normal missiles to nukes. So that's pretty awesome. We have 4 screws holding it together. Peg port for the stand. Copyright crap. And that's basically it. Very simplistic, but very beautiful. I love all the line work on here. So now, let's get a closer look. Alright, for a closer look, we'll begin looking at the wing sections. We can see some beautiful recessing, some great detail. Fantastic stuff. We have our screw. And I do have to say, this section is mostly die cast. These tips are like a softer material. I guess it's a safety thing, I don't know. But look at all this beautiful detail in here. We have our missile bay doors there, looking good. Screw. And nothing's flat on here. Look at this. Everything has a nice curve. Very organic looking. I like it for that. Look at those curves. Especially right underneath where the head would be. Fantastic stuff. But anyway, some great line work here. Some beautiful molding. Peg port for the stand. We have our weaponry right here. Great stuff. And that's the same for the top. Copyright crap. Another screw. Some beautiful designs here. Excellent. Beautifully done. I think that came out great. For this section, we do have some minor detailing, beautiful molding. Come down the center to these engines. Look at the detail on those. Great stuff. Like that paint too, it stands out. You can see it is molded even at the top. Beautifully done. Now for the top, you can see it's molded just the same. Beautiful line work. Great curved molding. Beautiful stuff. I love the pods here. Pretty cool. For this side, it's the same for the most part. We have our line work. Beautifully done. Coming to the main body. Like that green on there. That's pretty cool. Nice. And for a top view, You can see how beautifully smooth it is. I think that came out great. For the sides, we'll get them real quick. I got these all used, so that's a little paint chip in there. But very nice. The front look here. Man, I wish it had the scanner there. But it is what it is. And for the side. Again, very interesting. Love the design here. Now for the center, like I said, it's not painted for the scanner. But the shape is there. Very organic, very curved. Coming back, we have some slight molding. You can see how it goes down and then back up in the center. And back towards the FTL drive. We have some beautiful molding on the sides. All in all, very nicely done. And that's everything I have to say about the mold today on the Cylon Raider. I hope I covered everything. It may seem very simplistic, but as we saw, there's lots of detailing on here. My favorite parts has to be the kinetic weapons on the sides, and also that engine section. Very cool, and that red just pops on this. Great stuff. So now let's take a look at the paint. Alright, let's take a look at the paint on the Cylon Raider. Now, my knowledge says this should be more of a metallic silver and gray, but you know what? I dig it. This one has 5 different colors on here. The main color we see is a nice purple. It's scattered throughout the ship, and it's a nice shade. I'm not going to knock it. Pretty good. Next, we have black, which is all over the ship, even in the front, the weapons, and then on the bottom, you can see the doors are painted black, and then the black splotching all over the place, even the engines. So pretty cool. I think the purple and black go well together. Next, we have green for the symbols on the side. And then we have metallic red for all the different types of engines back here. Very glossy, very metallic. I dig it. And finally, you guessed it, it's a titanium ship, so we do have black wash. It's hard to see on the top here, but the lines are just filled in with this. And then on the bottom, you can see it is a little heavy down here. Very nice. I think they did a great job with this paint-wise. Beautifully done. So that does it for the mold as well as the paint. So now let's put this baby back on a stand, compare it to some other pieces, and then we'll be done. And just like other Titanium series ships, it comes with a cool stand. This one is very glossy. It says Battlestar Galactica. Really cool. Peg it in the stand port like so. And just like that, everybody, you are good to go. And now for a quick size comparison with the Battlestar Galactica Titanium series Cylon Raider seen in the center. On the left-hand side, we have another BSG Titanium ship, the Colonial Viper Mark II. Beautiful vessel. Now, I got these all in a big lot, so he does have some paint chipping, but a beautiful ship nonetheless. And then on the right-hand side, we have the Star Wars Titanium series Malevolence. Great stuff here. And if you're interested in seeing reviews of any of these vessels, check the links in the description below. And that does it today for my review of the Battlestar Galactica Titanium series Cylon Raider, released in 2006. First of all, big shout out to my friend Brent. He is a massive fan of Battlestar Galactica, so I'm guessing he's going to watch this episode. So, hey Brent, what's up? But anywho, back to this particular vessel. In this review, the mold is beautiful. As we saw, it has some beautiful curves, great line work, modules, weapons. Everything's on here that should be. I love the kinetic energy weapons in the front, the aft engines, and the basic overall shape. Excellent job. And now moving on to the paint. It may not be the color scheme I'm looking for, but I dig it. I love the black and purple. I think they go very well together. And it really contrasts well with the bright colored red engines in the aft section. The only issue I have with this vessel is that the tracking scanner is not there at all. The eye of the machine is completely blank. There's not even silver to outline the main section in the front. So I think that's really a downer right there. Because when they re-released this as the Scar variant, it did have the tracking scanner, and that was painted awesomely. And you can't forget, just like the Star Wars Titanium series, the Battlestar Galactica Titanium series also comes with a bunch of collectible stands to hold up your miniatures, and I dig these things. Look at that, very shiny and glossy, and then you have that beautiful Battlestar Galactica logo. Excellent stuff. And that's everything I have to say about this awesome looking vessel today. I really hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, smash that like button, and if you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody!